seems like experience is a big factor. Y'all know each other, the chemistry there, but the results show that y'all are a veteran group and you're playing like one.
Oh yes, sir. We just been trying to get better each day. We have great chemistry on the line. We're always on the same page, so with our blocks and even in pass protection as well. And we just been focusing on technique, and also Coach Clem. He's been great for
us. De'Eric joked that the one sack that he'll take responsibility for that one, so he says y'all have a clean slate. Mm-hmm. So, but Will said he's probably bailed y'all out of a few, so it's probably even at this point.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
But how important is that? I mean, you never want your quarterback to get hit, much less sacked, and that keeps him healthy. And so, but how big has that been for you guys to know that part of the game has been?
Always very important, because at practice we have a segment where we work on blitz pickup. We always want to keep our quarterback clean because he's a great quarterback, probably the best quarterback in the nation in my opinion. And we always want to keep him clean.
Is that? I mean, you were here for you were at the beginning of Ed. I mean, Greg. When Greg was leaving, you were.
I was a freshman.
Yeah. So you kind of saw the ability of when you have a mobile quarterback. Now De'Eric tends to stay back a little bit more and does stuff. So has that been a bigger change in terms of maybe what you saw as a freshman, where Greg could take off in different directions almost immediately? De'Eric's doing a lot more of the staying in the pocket and relying on you guys to give him time.
It's a little similar because of course De'Eric he's mobile, but I feel like he wants to stay in the pocket and get the ball out, stuff like that. So we always want to just keep him clean and be on the same page and pass protection so we can get the ball out.
That touchdown the other night, it looked like everything was starting to shrink in. There were two of you in front of him. He kind of found a little hole, and that's all he needs. But he's gone. I mean, I'm sure y'all are used to that by now. That just give him a little bit of time. Is that kind of what he needs?
that one play, that was amazing because I saw him get the first down, but I thought he was gonna go out of bounds, and then he just turned up the sideline, kicking another gear. So that's always
0 to 60 right there.
Oh yeah.
The last thing for me, just the ability to it goes hand in hand, whether it's pass protection but also run blocking. It doesn't matter really who's been back there this year. You guys have been able to be effective opening holes. What's that like in this system with Coach Clements and how he wants y'all to be up front in terms of the run game?
He just wants us to stay on the same page, and then he tries to keep it simple as possible, because we go up the tempo, and then we got to get up to the line, see the front, stuff like that. We just keep it simple as possible, and then as long as everybody's on the same page, we're good to go.
You bring up Greg and you bring up or I would think of Bryson, obviously. What was your overlap? Did you get to play with both of them at John Tyler? Were you there for Greg and there for Bryson as well?
Actually, Greg, when I was a freshman at John Tyler, he was a senior.
Okay, so you didn't play varsity as a freshman?
I didn't play varsity as a freshman.
Okay, so you didn't quite. I was thinking you had a unique little catch there where you would have. You obviously knew who they were. Obviously, you probably know. Y'all know each other and all that. But, as far as the tempo, I talked to you a while ago about the tempo. Well, just ask Coach Applewhite. What is it at times where the actual game's a little bit slower than what you guys go in practice? Do you notice that at times, just because there's TV timeouts and there's injuries that you guys are stopping for? Does it sometimes feel like it actually slows down a little bit once you get into the game?
Oh yes, sir. Because in practice we go way faster than we do in the game, and that really helps us a lot in the game.
That's crazy.
Hey, I was going to ask you they pressure a lot. They like to blitz and do some stuff. Is this out of the opponents that y'all prepared for? Do they blitz more than great pressure more than any of the other teams y'all played this year, or who would you compare them to? Anybody, or just? I guess my point is, what are you preparing for? What do you expect from them this week?
I'll probably say the only difference this week is because they run an even front, and we've been seeing Okie all year, and so we just got to be prepared for that even front when there's slants and stuff like that. And then, like you said, they have an end that's really really good. He can tackle to Ross, so we got to watch out. We got to watch out for him.
Have you had a chance to work with some of the younger guys? Obviously, that's part of being as you get older. Max and those guys come in this next class. Have you had a chance to work with them? Maybe give them some pointers along the way in this night. Any experience with that so far this year?
Only time I really got to work with them was during fall camp, and I think they're going to be pretty good for us in the future. So
did you have anybody like that when you were coming in as a freshman? Obviously, you played right away, so you probably had even more hands of people really trying to help you out. But anybody like that take you under their wing when you got here that you remember kind of reaching out?
I'd probably say Marcus Oliver.
Okay.
He was a big brother to me. he really took me under his wing and really, cause like it was times where I would get frustrated and then he would just sit me down and say like, you know, you're only a freshman. Eventually it's gonna come to you, and he was just really helpful.
Is it beneficial then when you look back at what got you frustrated back then? It probably seems minuscule now, but is it beneficial there now that you probably like he did, you can turn around and pass that on to those other guys when they need it?
Oh yes,
frustration wise.
Yes, sir. You know, learning from and I also want to mention Mason Dinley and also Josh Jones and even Will Noble as well. They've helped me a lot as well. And so yeah, I just take what they teach me, and I just want to give that to the younger guys as well.
Appreciate it.